Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of What I Love About Sex. My name is Steph Ganowski. I'm a sexologist and sex coach for men. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the reasoning, or major reasoning, why many women say things to you like, oh, well, you just want sex. You're just doing this because you want sex. You're just in it for sex. So we want to understand why that is, right? So that you guys can get around this hurdle, have more sex, and also make your woman feel as though, or have her understand that you are not just being affectionate for the purpose of sex alone. Before we dive into that, make sure that you're following my podcast, What I Love About Sex, on audio. I will soon have these videos moved over to the audio, but there are over 200 plus episodes all on the topic of sex and relationships and communication. So go check it out. It's called What I Love About Sex on iTunes and Spotify. So before I dive into this video, I want you men watching to just understand what emotions come up while you're watching this, because you may easily get into a very defensive place. You may feel like you're the victim. You may feel like I'm blaming you. There may be a lot of feelings that arise, and I just want you to keep in mind that those feelings are normal to come up, but also that I am on your side and I'm here to help you. I'm not here to blame you, make you feel like shit, or make you feel like this problem is your problem because you caused it. It's the problem in the relationship. Relationship takes two, all right? So it is not your fault. So if your woman gets in this habit of always saying to you, oh, well, you're just doing that because you want sex. Oh yeah, only because you want sex. And she truly believes that that's the reason why you're being affectionate or being sweet or being flirtatious or sensual or romantic, is the majority of the time, not all the time, the majority of the time a factor of when you are being affectionate. And is that timing of affection usually tied to the most convenient timing for sex? If it is, for instance, it's at night, and that's the only time you're all flirty and touchy and cute and complimenting her and saying nice things and asking her about her day, and then you typically have sex at night, and it's around the same time frame, she's gonna start putting two and two together and feeling like, all right, well, this is only associated to this, and that's the reason why he's doing it. He just wants sex. When she is at the place of feeling this way, we want to acknowledge that. We want to be like, we want you to be curious around like, all right, well, when our sex life was more frequent, and when she wasn't saying these things like, oh, you just want sex, what was I doing differently? And this isn't to blame you that you caused the problem. This is just to put you more in control of having a role in solving the problem, or coming up with an action step that you can use towards this problem to overcome it, giving you a sense of control and power here. So you're getting curious yourself around like, all right, well, was there anything I used to do that I'm not doing now where our sex life was more frequent at the time? And you may think, hey, I actually did used to take her out once a week, or I did used to buy her flowers every week or every other week. I don't do that anymore. I did used to send her cute messages about how proud I am of her. I don't really do that anymore. All right, maybe that's something I can step up. So you're getting awareness of yourself and what you're in control over, and you're just thinking that out with yourself. Step 2 is the conversation with her. All right, step 1 is have a talk with yourself. Step 2, have a talk with her, because now you want to bring this to her attention and say, hey, you know, when you say things like, oh, you just want sex, or not, you're just doing that for sex, does it have anything to do with something I used to do that I don't do anymore? And don't give her ideas yet. See what comes out of her mouth first. All right, and see what she has to say. She may say, well, it's because you do this, or because you stopped doing this. And a good communicating couple will share these things. So if she's closing off and she's not even answering you, that's a whole nother problem. That's a whole communication issue, in which case, if you don't solve that first, your sex will automatically suffer. Back to the point I was making. Now you're trying to extract information from her. So you're like, all right, was there something I did? If she doesn't know and she's like, I'm really not sure, then you can bring up your ideas of what you thought about and say, well, was it this? Maybe it was this, how I used to do that. What if I did that more? Would that make you feel more appreciated or more loved? Or would that help you to feel like I'm giving you more affection without just wanting sex? And maybe she'll say, yeah, or no, I would rather you do this instead. Okay, cool. Now you have a piece of information. It's specific and it's something you can work with, right? Step 3 is coming up with a plan together. So it's saying something like, all right, so to be honest, I do want sex with you. I do enjoy sex with you. I do want it. What do you think is the best way for me to initiate it so you don't feel like you're not getting affection in other ways? And then 2, I'm going to start doing this to show you more affection so that you don't think I just want sex. How does that sound? And then if she says, cool, we'll try it, or okay, fine, we'll see, that's good. That shows like, hey, okay, cool. Now I have a new action plan. I have something to move forward with. I got some information from her. I learned more about myself, and now I have a plan of action moving forward. You can't end the conversation with, all right, let's just do better next time, or don't do that again. That never works. Do not do that. Have a plan of action that is specific, that is coming from words that each of you have used, and then you can actually move forward from there. So I hope this helped. Like I said, don't forget to check out the podcast. It has over 200 episodes, What I Love About Sex, and I'll be back soon with episode 3 of the video series. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.